How you doing? This is Nathaniel Swopes from Swope Center. Today I want to talk about Draymond Green. Unfortunately, Draymond Green has been suspended by the NBA indefinitely. Now, we do not know how long the suspension will be, but he struck a player in the face during one of the games against against the Phoenix Suns. Last year, we knew Draymond Green. He had stepped on a player in the middle of a game after a rebound. He had also punched Jordan Poole in the face during practice. Also, this season, he put the center for the Minnesota Timberwolves in a headlock after the center seemed like he was going to push Klay Thompson. So Draymond Green has been getting into a lot of situations, kind of like the tough guy, kind of like a Charles Oakley for the Golden State Warriors. But a lot of his actions are just not acceptable anymore in today's NBA. Hopefully they allow him to come back, but a lot of people I think he has to be going through something. But like I've said, we've always had players like this back in the day in the '90s, like Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, Dale Davis. They were just kind of like your tough guys that would just cause issues. Or Dennis Rodman, they would cause issues with you. You cause issues with the team. They wouldn't let you hurt the star players, and we've seen a lot of fights in the '90s and early 2000s. But what happened yesterday? He just turned around and punched him in the face. Was pretty wild. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty wild for him to see that. Pretty wild for him to do. And the NBA is just not accepting those type of actions anymore. I'm going to read you an article from Yahoo Sports about Draymond Green's suspension, and Joe Dumars kind of spoke on that. Uh, Draymond Green will be required to satisfy undisclosed league and team conditions before he returns to the court. The league said when announcing terms of the punishment Wednesday, the NBA cited Green's repeated history of unsportsmanlike acts language and its use about the 33-year-old since he was issued a one-game suspension during a playoff series with the Sacramento Kings last season. This is the second suspension in his of the current campaign. Dumars rebuffed attempts to confirm a minimum amount of games Green will miss, emphasizing the priority on Green's well-being. The reason we don't have a number because the help that he needs to getting himself better is what's most important. Former Warriors for Andre Iguodala, who played alongside Green for almost a decade, took over the executive director of the NBA Players Union last month. In his new role, Iguodala was exceptional in helping to craft the suspension. Dumars said. In addition, Iguodala's support, Dumars listed Warriors head coach Steve Kerr and general manager Mike Dunleavy as proponents of the idea. There's been no pushback. Dumars added, everybody's on board with. You know what? This is the right thing to do to help him get better. Hours after Dumars' TV appearance, the Warriors added Green to the apparent concord. Uh, Durant, Nurkic say Draymond Green needs help. Green's most recent incident occurred in the third quarter of the Warriors' 119 to 116 loss to the Suns on Tuesday night in Phoenix. Struggling with Nurkic on on an inbounds play, Green suddenly spun around and swung. He hit Nurkic directly in the face with his right hand, sending him down on the court. Green was assessed a foul, which was upgraded to a flagrant 2. He was tossed from the game as a result, marking this his third ejection of the season. Green apologized for hitting Nurkic, asserting the strike was an accident caused by an attempt to sell a call. Nurkic was referencing Green's second ejection this season, which saw him place Minnesota Timberwolves big man Rudy Gobert in a chokehold last month. Green issued a 5-game suspension for the bizarre assault. When Kevin Durant was asked about Green's most recent flagrant 2, he echoed Nurkic's concerns. This was insane to see. Glad Nurkic is all right. Never seen that before in basketball court in an NBA game. He said, I hope Draymond Green gets the help. It's been an incident after incident. Dumars and the league didn't miss Durant and Nurkic's comments. Green acknowledged that he had room to grow after his incident with Gobert. Under the league's current ruling, it appears to be required to do so. Um, uh, Nurkic still respects Draymond Green and doesn't view him any differently, even after taking a hit to the face from the Warriors veteran forward on Tuesday night. I have a lot of respect for him. Obviously, even before this, Nurkic said Wednesday before the Phoenix Suns game against the Brooklyn Nets at Footprint Center. I still have. I don't know what People go through. It's not our problem, but he's an NBA champion for me. Hall of Famer Still Green was rejected in the third quarter of the Golden State's 119-116 loss to the Phoenix officials, assessed with the flagrant 2 foul for swinging at Nurkic, striking him across the face during the inbounds play. After the game, Green spoke to reporters and maintained that it wasn't an intentional foul Nurkic, but rather that he thought Nurkic was holding his hip and was just trying to sell the foul call. Green also said he apologized. Tuesday was the third time this season Green was ejected from a game. What's going on with him? I don't know, Nurkic said after Tuesday's game. The brother needs help. I'm glad he didn't try to choke me, but at the same time, it had nothing to do with basketball. I'm just out there trying to play basketball, and they're out there swinging. I think we saw that often. I hope wherever he got in his life, it gets better. Next day, Nurkic said he believed the NBA will do the best for the league and for him regarding future discipline. And it did. NBA announced Wednesday it suspended Green and definitely stated the words for repeated histories on sportsmanlike acts factored into the decision. Green's suspension will begin immediately per the NBA, and he must meet certain league and team conditions before he returns to play. It's kind of sad to see people going in bad direction, Nurkic said. I want him to succeed and still be the Draymond Green we all know. I have no bad feeling or hate towards him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a crazy situation. We also saw Stephen A. Smith call out Draymond Green for his actions. Those of you who don't know, like I said, Andre Iguodala, who used to be on the team, used to be trying to calm Draymond Green down. Draymond Green down in a lot of these situations. And recently, Draymond Green just got $100 million. So he got paid. He got the contract that he wanted. And he's still been acting out. I know he recently got married, but we don't know what he's going through personally. I believe his first child's mother, if I'm not mistaken, has put him on child support. So we don't know, since his bigger contract, has she upped the amount of money that she wants from him? Is that stressing him out? But he does have a successful podcast as well. He is getting older. We don't know what's the talks, but they did give him a 4-year deal. The Warriors are struggling. They started out, I believe, like 8-2, and they've lost. I think they're 2-7 within the last couple of games. So they are struggling, but those things happen when teams are older now and still trying to be successful and still trying to succeed as a dynasty that they are. But it's still no excuse for him punching players in the face. Still no excuse for him choking Gobert. I can see kind of why, because he tried to protect Klay Thompson. But the punch Nurkic where he said he was trying to sell a car it was very dangerous. Nurkic could have broke Nurkic's jaw, putting him out for several games. We don't know how much longer he's going to be suspended, but I'm guessing anywhere from 20 to 30 games. For the act, it was an egregious act, and hopefully Draymond Green gets better. Hopefully his mental gets better, to where he's not acting out so much, and hopefully it's not something that we can see if it continues to happen. I believe the league was suspended for a year, for a whole year. But then again, like I said, I just hope Draymond Green gets better, because again, what he did the other night was dangerous and uncalled for. Then again, this is Nathaniel Sosa signing out, and y'all have a good one.